with, without further ado, we'll start this webinar.
All right. I apologize. I had to move to another room. So the dogs will be in the other room and hopefully you won't be able to hear them bark. It's such is life working from home part of the time, like we've done for the last, 18 months now. So welcome everyone. We really appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to join us to find out what all about Families Helping Families of Southwest Louisiana. Wallace, you want to go to the next slide for me, please?
I'm trying to get it to clip. Maybe I got to do a new share.
Okay. So like I said before we got started, for some of you heard that. I hope y'all will give us some grace because this is the first time we have done this type of workshop where we're all together. So what is Families Helping Families of Southwest Louisiana? Most of you know this, but we're part of a statewide family-directed network of family-directed family resource centers. So there are 10 Families Helping Families centers, one in every city, larger city in Louisiana. So we have one, we serve Region 5, which is Allen, Beauregard, Calcasieu, Cameron, and Jeff Davis parishes. We are a not-for-profit. And if you need to know where the other Families Helping Families centers are, you can click this link and it will bring you to a page on the DDC website that'll give you information, and you'll be able to click through to their websites and you'll get their contact information. We will talk to anybody who calls us and give anybody information, but we like to work with folks within our region, especially with education issues. Because we know all the players, most of them, and we know the services that we have here. So if you are from Baton Rouge or New Orleans, we can refer you to centers there: Shreveport, Monroe, Alexandria, Lafayette, Thibodaux, and who did I miss? North Shore, Hammond. So there are 10 centers, like I said. Go ahead to the next slide, Wallace, please. So every Families Helping Families has a mission and some have visions. Our mission is to enable and empower individuals with disabilities and their families by providing information, referral, education, training, peer support, and advocacy skills. Our vision is that all individuals with disabilities have the opportunity to attend school, live, work, and play in their own community. So we're very invested in folks being in the community. We don't believe in special places, special classes always. People with disabilities can and do live in the community, and that's what we have. That's our vision. So that's within our mission. That's what we're looking towards, helping families find. So Families Helping Families, you wonder about the name. And you know, I probably should have told you a little bit about the background of Families Helping Families somewhere in this, and I didn't include it. But Families Helping Families of Southwest Louisiana has been incorporated since 1992. We started, the Families Helping Families Center was an idea from a workshop, not a workshop, a conference in, I believe, maybe 1988, 89. It was a statewide conference. There were parents attending and stakeholders, and they talked about having a one-stop shop where families could go and get information from other families and get training from other families and get support. And at the end of the workshop, somebody was folding up all the pieces of paper that they wrote on, and somebody said, well, what are we going to do? How are we going to accomplish this? And the Louisiana Developmental Disabilities Council helped get us our start. So in 1992, that's when the Families Helping Families started popping up all over. So we will have our 30th anniversary in January. We will have been in operation for 30 years, which is amazing to me. So the uniqueness about Families Helping Families is that we're all parents of individuals with disabilities, or self-advocates, individuals with disabilities, or sometimes both. Sometimes we have grandchildren with disabilities. We are all caretakers of someone with a disability, and we include all disabilities. We do not, any type of disability, physical, cognitive, emotional, behavioral, other health impairments, children and youth with special health care needs, ADHD, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, any type of disability that has an effect on a family's life and a child's life, an individual's life. We will try to do our best to help you find resources, do our best to support you, get you information, do our best to help, because it's who we are, it's what we do. So there's 3 of us that have been here 20 plus years. That doesn't mean we're old, we just started June. And because of our experience, we are uniquely qualified and committed, and we've had lots and lots and lots of trainings over the years to reach out to families. I believe the staff members that have been here the least amount of time have been here at least 10 years, perhaps 11. So we have lots of experience with disabilities within our area and the state, and lots of good information federally. So y'all can refer folks to us with comfort, knowing that we can help. And if we can help, we will help them find someone who can. We'll do our best. So there's 3 core services that we provide: information referral, education and training, and peer support and advocacy. And that's our programs kind of fit under those 3 core services. So we have information about specific disabilities. And this is kind of a sad picture for me because, and I don't know if all of y'all know this, but this was a picture of our lending library and our resource center on Hodges Street. In May, on the May 17th, the city had a, what do they call it?
A flood.
I know it was a flood.
It was just rain, y'all, and it just come down and come down.
They're calling it the 100-year flood because we haven't had that much rain, and they said 100 years. Now, I remember in 1980, we had 22 inches of rain, but we didn't flood like we did on the 17th of this year in May.
But we also provide other things too, like a quarterly newsletter. We still do that. So if you want to get a quarterly newsletter, you can email us or call us or whatever. And we'll gladly send to you. It's free. We provide printed and verbal information on disability or disability related topics. And we also have a computer where you can get access by appointment. So we know there's a lot of people out there that might need to apply for benefits or something like that, may not have access to a computer. Well, we have one in our center that they could use to apply for disability benefits or food stamps or whatever. And that's free also.
So during the pandemic, hang on, Wallace, I'm sorry. During the pandemic, we are following specific protocols about entry and access to our office, just so you know.
Yeah, and we also do a lot of referrals to different agencies that serve individuals with disabilities and their families. We refer people to different agencies, and the agencies refer people to us, and so forth like that. We provide specific information on how to access services. You know, if someone's wanting to know how to access a state agency to apply for services, we can give them information on where to find that, how to find that, walk them through the process, you know, help them along. So we've done that for many, many years. We do referrals to state and national resources also. We also provide education and training, and we could do a variety of different topics that are listed on the screen. This is just some of them. We could do many more. Or if you have something that you're interested in that's disability related and would like a training on it, you could let us know at the survey at the end, the evaluation survey, and we'll gladly take that in consideration. But we do trainings on ability awareness because we want people to know, hey, if you have a disability, you can still function. It's not the end of the world. So we focus on the ability of what a person can do. We also do things that are related to special education through the school system, like the individualized education plan, the IEP. We do a training on educational rights and responsibilities so parents can know what their rights and responsibilities are in the special education system. We do trainings on transition where a student can transition from different areas, like from moving from high school into adulthood, or if it's early transition, moving from early steps into the school system or some other service. So we do trainings on transition. We also do trainings on communication skills and things. We have several different workshops on that help with communication back and forth, between the school system and parents. We do advocacy skills training where self-advocates learn what they need to do to be successful, to be an advocate, how they can advocate to get services that they need to support themselves. And we also have community and family supports. And this is one where Melinda will talk a little bit more about that a little later on, but we can do trainings on that. And next we got Nicole. She's going to talk about peer support and advocacy.
Okay. The peer-to-peer support is when you have someone, it could be a parent or self-advocate or a professional. You can talk to them on what you need to know on disability related information, and you can ask them questions and they can give you good advice on what to do. And you can also ask them questions about what to do when it comes to having a disability. Okay, next slide.
Okay.
I think that's me again, Wallace. I apologize for going over my slides. What you now you kind of have an idea of what we do. Now you want to know where we get funding from. Well, like I mentioned earlier, the Louisiana Developmental Disability Council is one of our founding funders. They got us started with funds and support and information and training back in the early 91, 92. They provided core funds for maintaining the resource center. And they also fund LACAN, Louisiana Council's Advocacy Network, that Melinda's going to tell you more about later. So go ahead, Wallace. And I'm the executive director. So I work with all the programs. I provide support and supervision to all staff. And I see there's a typo there. Ensure that all the program deliverables are met with all of our different funders. I'm supervised by the board of directors, and I also work with the board of directors on fundraising, marketing, and board recruitment. And then Miss Cynthia, I believe Miss Cynthia is on. Wallace, I don't know if she wants to give us any information or she's able to. Or...
Yeah, I tried to promote her to panelists several times, but it wouldn't go over. But okay. She can talk to her microphone. I believe I allowed her to talk.
Miss Cynthia, do you want to talk or you want me to do this?
Okay. I guess you could go ahead.
I don't see her. So
okay.
Miss Cynthia is one of the backbones of our office. I couldn't do what I do without Miss Cynthia. She keeps our financial records current and writes our checks and makes sure that we've got everything we need in that department. She also manages the office and she also provides support to all of the staff. She is a great asset to families helping families in Southwest Louisiana. We appreciate her. So Carla and Nicole are next.
Hi, I'll go next. My name is Carla Nicole, and I am MCAL's Developmental Disability Support Specialist. I assist families in locating services and provide support. I also help facilitate our annual empowerment conference, as well as managing our lending library when it was up and running. I've known about Families Helping Families for 18 years. I used them for my son for 4 years, and I knew that was a place I wanted to work and be able to help other families. So I've now been there for 14 years, and I love my job.
Wow, 14 years, Carla. Wow.
A long time.
Go ahead, Nicole. Tell us about what you do, honey.
Okay, my name's Nicole Jones. I do the Next Chapter Book Club. I do the information referral assistant. I help with making copies. Do different things wherever they need help with.
We appreciate Nicole too. She does a lot of good things with us and for us.
And I also been at Families and Families for 17 years.
Wow.
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 Time flies, y'all.
I hear.
And I'm Wallace with Families Helping Families, and I was one of the ones that was in the beginning stages of Families Helping Families. I think I was the third employee hired.
Yeah.
So back in 92, and I went away for 2 years and then come back and have been back ever since. So my experience with Families Helping Families, if we're fixing to be 30 years, it'd be 28. And I love my job. It's rewarding to help people, get connected to services and things that they're looking for. But what I do is I am working under a contract with the Louisiana Department of Education, where we provide training on special education issues and topics, and we connect families and parents to those services. So I'll have other coworkers that help me with that. So I don't want to steal all their thunder. So go ahead.
So I'm Melinda Elliott. I'm also one of the education specialists. And I have been with Families Helping Families 26, 27 years. I don't keep count very well. And we provide information, education, support, answer questions. We have lots of webinars. Go to our website and sign up for our webinars, or go to Facebook and sign up for our webinars. Beryl?
Carol's out today. She had an appointment this morning.
Oh, good. Well, then we do individual case conferences too. So people call us and we can do a Zoom meeting like this. We can at times attend meetings over Zoom or whatever system the school system uses. Thank you.
All for free.
Yep.
Davelyn is our next staff person.
My stuff doesn't want to, I can't, it wouldn't unmute or start my video. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
Hey everybody, my name is Davelyn Patrick. I have been with Families Helping Families. I started my 12th year in January. I've had a few different roles at Families Helping Families. I started out in a different program, and then for many years worked with Children's Special Health Services as the parent liaison. Kind of a connection in the medical clinics at the health unit for families to Families Helping Families. That contract evolved in 2020, I believe. There's been a lot that's happened since then, so it all kind of runs together. And now I am intended to be still a resource to families who have children with disabilities and special healthcare needs. I have the blessing of having had clinic experience as far as like being exposed to specialty care. And so I have some knowledge of how to access those systems and how to find specialists. I don't have all of the answers, but certainly it helps when trying to connect families to resources. And I'm trying to think of whether or not I'm missing anything. You're always welcome to call and speak to any of us about anything. And we'll do our best to connect you to what you need always. I guess that's about it. I don't know if I'm missing anything. Hopefully not.
Chyna?
Hello, everyone. My name is Chyna Guillory. I am the community outreach person for Early Steps. I cover our region for Region 5. Early Steps cover our babies age 0 to 3. For Early Steps, we provide information and referral as well. I also assist parents with transition from Early Steps into Head Start, into the school system, or into community-based programs. You know, whichever ones they choose. Some parents choose to go to Mother's Day out if they don't feel comfortable with their kids being able to go to school just yet. So those are some of the things that we're able to talk about. I can assist parents in finding daycares. We do some, I can do some daycare referrals and things like that. Yeah, I'm here to help anybody that needs. Like David said, anytime that y'all need us, all y'all have to do is pick up the phone, give us a call, and we're here to help.
Thanks, Chyna.
So, again, my name's Melinda Elliott. I actually fulfill several roles at Families Helping Families. One of those roles is I'm the LACAN team leader. We advocate for systems that support children and adults with disabilities. We provide information and support to people who want to advocate for systems change in home and community-based services, education, and employment. I am a parent. Well, originally I was a parent of children with disabilities. I use a wheelchair for mobility myself, one of those benefits to getting older. And I have grandkids with disabilities that I probably work with as hard, if not harder, than I did with my own children. Can you go on, Wallace? So a little bit more about LACAN. As Susan mentioned, LACAN is Louisiana Council's advocacy network, and it's a statewide grassroots advocacy network. The team in my area covers the same parishes that Families Helping Families does. There's one of me in every area of the state. So we're divided up according to LDH regions, and in each one of those Families Helping Family centers, you can make contact with a LACAN leader. We link lawmakers, people with disabilities, and family members to make positive change in the systems that serve people with disabilities. And we do that by advocating and educating people on policies and systems that support inclusion every place people learn, work, live, grow, age, play. We advocate for systems that support people, adults and children with disabilities, to live in their own homes and be fully included and participating members of the schools and the communities that they live in. The leaders like me provide a connection in that region with advocates. We provide with each other. We provide information on policy changes and how those changes might affect you and other people. I do have membership meetings where I provide training in advocacy skills. The most important thing that I do is I support you, people in this area, to link with policymakers. It's actually been real different during the pandemic and the virtual world. Surprisingly effective. It takes a little bit more work for us to be connected between pandemic, hurricanes. But last legislative session, we were hugely effective. We just recently had a kickoff meeting where we're working on the legislative agenda for the next session. So when you get your copy of the PowerPoint, there's a link on here. You can go and join. You're welcome to attend membership meetings, whether you have joined or not. But when you join, all you're doing is saying, I'm willing to get the emails. Of course, I'm hoping and will support you to be able to respond to those emails. A lot of times it's sending a email or making a call yourself. But y'all call me if you have questions or you need support or need more help in this.
And I'm Wallace again. And one of the other things I do is the Next Chapter Book Clubs. I work with Nicole on our Next Chapter Book Clubs. And our book clubs are for adults with disabilities, regardless of their reading level. Everyone can participate. It's something that we found that people just like to do of all ages. People love books. And so we've started a book club. Right now, due to the pandemic, we're meeting online. We have a group that out for sulfur, our sulfur group. It meets on Tuesdays and it meets for an hour. And then we have a Thursdays group that meets for an hour. We come together, we decide or pick a book we want to read. And then Families Help Families purchases those books, or individuals in the community or supporters of Families Help Families. That may be something that they want to support and buy books for our book club. We've gotten books donated to us that way also. And then we come together and we have fun over books. We usually have refreshments with the book. So it's a thing like in Louisiana. If you're going to meet, you need food or refreshments of some type. And the book club is a way we can relax and have fun. We don't teach them to read, but we have fun with reading. We have fun with the books and we discuss it. We have volunteers that help us to help members who may need a little assistance in reading, like finding their pace in the book. You know, maybe they need to know where we're at when we read, or we do a technique called echo reading where we'll say a phrase and allow them to repeat it so they can feel a part. And they also are a part of the discussions we have on books. So this way everybody's involved and everybody's included in the book club. And it's neat. We've had members of the community come and join us and say that they like the book club, or they'll volunteer for a while for reading a part of a book. So if you're wanting to volunteer and you're looking for something fun to do, maybe the book club is it if you like books. We train our volunteers so they go in there with support, and Families Help Families, and me and Nicole, we support our volunteers. So you're not out there alone. You got assistance with us. And so we would love to have you if you're interested in being a part of the book club as a volunteer also.
Thank you, Wallace. So we're fun. We have different programs funded by different agencies. One of our funders is the Imperial Calcasieu Human Services Authority, Developmental Disabilities. That they fund Carla, who's the Support and Information Coordinator or Specialist. They have funded us for at least the last 10 or 15 years, possibly longer. You know, things run together, y'all. Louisiana Developmental Disabilities Council Family Resource Center contract. That's one of our funders. Louisiana Department of Education contract. Y'all heard about that. And then of course, LACAN, Louisiana Council's Advocacy Network. And the Early Steps Community Outreach Specialist, that's Chyna. Bureau of Family Health Community Resource Specialists. We got a lot of specialists, y'all. And they really are specialists in the areas that they know about. And then the Next Chapter Book Club, like Wallace just told you, that's really one of our unfunded programs. We depend on donations to purchase books and volunteers to help us with that. So next slide, I think is, so you might want to help us. And some of the things you can do is tell people about our services. Tell people that you know may need some help or have a child with a disability. A lot of times by the time a family gets to us and they tell us that, I don't know what y'all do, but everybody told me we need to call you. So we talk to people. I mean, you might have just found out you have a child with a disability and you just don't know where to go. Just call us and we'll tell you what's out there. We're not going to tell you what to do. We're going to assist you to figure out how to do things, how to apply for services, and then give you some emotional support as well, because we've all been there, done that. I have a son who's 34, so I've been around a little while. So that's, and then share your story. If we've helped you, tell people about us, or share your story with us so we can tell other people. So that will encourage people to contact us when they need help. You can volunteer for the Next Chapter Book Club or Family Fun Day or the Christmas party. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we have chosen not to go through with the in-person Christmas party. We're trying to figure out something else to do, but we don't have anything written down yet or figured out yet. We hope that next year we're going to be able to get back to in-person things. But if y'all have ever been to our Christmas party, you know it's huge, and there are 800 to 1,000 people, and we don't believe that there's any way we can safely socially distance with that many people. And not to mention the fact that we don't even know where we would have it right now because of the damage that was done by the storms and the ice storm and the 100-year flood and everything else. Anyway, you can think about serving on the board of directors. You could be a sponsor for one of our fundraisers when we get back to that. You can always, oh, sorry, hang on, y'all. You can always give through Amazon. Amazon Smile, you just sign up and pick us to be your person that you give to, and anything you buy, they give us a percentage. So it doesn't cost you any extra money. You can help with our events. You can make a donation for our next school supply drive or for books for the Next Chapter Book Club or anything else that you can think of. So y'all know I started my diatribe in the middle of Wallace's slide earlier about what happened to our office, but I didn't get to finish. So on May 17th, we flooded. There was 31 inches of water. I think it was 31 outside. Inside, there was probably 9 or 10. Our office is now gutted, and we are trying to figure out where we're going to go in the future. Right now, we have a temporary office on Ryan Street, Suite A. It's very small compared to our old office. Our old office was around 3,000 square feet. This is less than 1,000. It's about 850. So we can't have events there, and we can't all work at the same time because there's not enough office space. So we're kind of working hybrid from home because of the pandemic and because of space issues. But we do have a place. We can make copies there. We can do our business there. So that we just don't have room for the library. And I think that's where I stopped earlier. So we're trying to figure out what we're going to do about that. Here's all the ways to contact us. Phone number, email, join our mailing list. Join our mailing list. Follow us on Facebook. We put a lot of information out on Facebook. I believe, I don't think I shared this on Facebook Live, Wallace. I don't know, but I don't know if we're on there.
I think it's there.
Okay.
It's got probably on my page because I couldn't figure out how to get it to go to families.
Okay.
Like
well,
it used to work. I don't know what happened.
I see we're live on Facebook. It says that. So we're probably on your page. So we'll share that to our page. You can always go to our YouTube and watch it later. Okay. So I have talked all I can talk, and let's see. Does anybody have any questions? Y'all type them in the chat box. Let me see what we've got. Julie says, I just wanted to compliment you all for how great y'all have been during the pandemic time and reaching the community and continuing to educate on services available. Thank you, Julie. We appreciate that. We really appreciate that. That's what we do. Any questions from anybody? Hey, Domino.
Hey.
Let's see, I think I saw something. Considering a digital library. Yeah, I'm not sure how we could do that, Carla, but we can look into that. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't go to libraries anymore. They get everything online, but some of us old school people still like libraries. Thank you, Katie. So y'all tell folks about us, call us when you need us. We'll do our best to get you the information you need. Join our Facebook page, get on our mailing list, and we will send you lots of emails. And don't get aggravated with us. We just like to send you lots of emails so you know what's going on. I see people unsubscribe and I think, oh, well, they got tired of all of our emails. And we appreciate y'all attending the webinar. And if you will fill out our evaluation form so you can let us know how we did, or if you want a different kind of workshop, or if you're looking for information, let us know. Thank y'all.
Did anybody have any questions?
I don't see any other questions at this time.
All right, I didn't see the chat. Thank you, Wallace.
Yeah, I'm going back through just to make sure.
Okay, well, I guess if we don't have any other questions, we can end the webinar. That was short and sweet today, y'all.